Hello, everybody at ANN. Thank you very much for this award. It means a lot to me. One of my greatest lifetime achievements was to get the Illinois Times to its 50th anniversary, which we celebrated last September. And for that, I owe a lot to this organization, and I appreciate it. I wanted to tell you a little bit of history. When I took over the Times in 1977, I was a reporter from a daily newspaper, and I bought the paper in July, and by the fall, I was totally bewildered. I had no idea what I was doing and was working with people that weren't like me. Then I got a call from Daryl Oldham of the Seattle Weekly, and I took it on one of the two phones that we had in the office at the time. And Daryl said that they wanted to have a gathering in January in Seattle for alternative papers like ours. Well, that's great, but I'd never heard of an alternative paper before. And I didn't know that there were any papers like ours in the country, but he told me that there were. And would I come to the meeting in January? So I went to the founding meeting of the association in January of '78 in Seattle. And it was a great meeting. All of us who were there were pretty much from the editorial side. And we all thought we knew everything we needed to know about editorial. So we concentrated on business things. And one of the questions that came up then was, how do we get people to pay their bills? So one of the suggestions was, I forget who made the suggestion, but one of the suggestions was that they got their lawyer to give them a letter that said that if you don't pay your bill, we will take legal measures that will amaze and astound you. So all of us went home and got a better collection letter. The other thing that we talked about during that meeting in 1978 was free circulation. And several papers had already pioneered in this direction of giving the paper away free so that more people would pick it up and more people would buy advertising. It made perfect sense. And so soon after that meeting, I went home to Springfield and we quit charging a quarter for our newspaper. Our circulation boomed. The only complaint we got was one guy who told us that it's not free, it's not fun to steal the paper anymore. So that was the launch of our new circulation model. We increased our press run and sold a lot more ads, and that kept us going. One of the other things that Ann has done for us over the years was the financial standards that Mike Crystal and the Seattle Weekly put together, and others have helped with that. But that gave us a benchmark to check our finances with every year, and it's been enormously helpful to the business of our paper. But besides the business advice, one of the best things about Ann over the years has been, since that founding meeting, has been the kindness of the people. We had one of the smallest papers in the organization, and we're always treated kindly from the big guys. Bruce Brugman from San Francisco Bay Guardian, and David Brewster and Daryl Oldham from the Weekly, Steve McNamara, Mike Lacey and Bruce and Jim Larkin from the new paper. All of those people were just so kind and helpful and encouraging, and kept the smaller papers going, and we were part of their group. So the kindness over the years. I remember Bob Roth came to from the Chicago Reader, came to our 20th anniversary party back in 1995, and that took a lot. We appreciated him very much. One of the other things that I wanted to mention that was part of that first founding meeting that I always remembered one of the papers was thinking about selling to a new owner. And the current owner remarked that these papers are fragile things. And so he wanted to be careful to get the right owner. And I think that's true still today, that alternative papers, alternative anything is fragile. Somebody's freedom of the press demands having somebody that will keep the press running, and whatever the press may be. But publishing every week or every day, day in and day out, and that takes courage. Journalistic courage means getting the damn paper out every week, every day. So I hope everybody will consider the how to if once you get tired, to find somebody else that'll keep it going for you. And it's not always the person with the most money, but it's the person with the most courage that can keep publishing all the time. Again, I thank you for this award. Thank you for the organization and for all the people that work to keep it going. We've benefited a lot, and I hope it lives on and on. Thanks a lot.